3.
Che vuol dire? Dopo i confetti nascono i difetti.
Ciao, benvenuti a questo numero di report sulla pagina.
Hello and welcome to the Cannolo report. Easter has just passed, but I want to tell you something related to this feast. A very special popular ritual like that of the devil's beating. I'll tell you soon. Let's take a nice walk to discover Sicily. We are in the center of Sicily and this is Capodarso, a nature reserve that begins right from this beautiful 16th century bridge that passes over the Imera River. In the ice part, on top of the mountain, behind the magnificent panorama, there are the remains of a wall of the 6th century before Christ. This is one of the most beautiful and famous places in Sicily. Cefalù, a fishing village narrow among Arab alleys, enigmatic ruins of the past, and a beautiful beach. Summer is coming. Sicily is coming. This is one of the great symbols of Sicily, the dancing satyr, exhibited in the Museum of Mazzara del Vallo, a bronze statue of the 3rd century before Christ.
One of the biggest annoyances of the Etna volcano when there is an eruption is the lava ash that falls down on the everywhere, you know, on the balconies, on the terraces, the roof of the cars, on the roads. And but there is a girl who turned this problem in an advantage. Check it out.
Salve, sono Giusy Trovato.
My name is Giusy Trovato, and I've decided to make religious faces with the ash that falls from Etna. This way, I also satisfy my love and devotion for the Christian faith. I received a lot of support for this initiative that I called With a Touch of Ashes, and now I'm studying the possibility of transferring these faces to canvas.
Nella speranza di essere gradite.
Couscous is one of the most cooked dishes in Sicily. This one is made with fish, but there are also other ingredients. So if you come to Sicily, above all in the western side of Sicily, you can enjoy this food, the couscous.
On April 13, 1597, Giovan Battista Odierna, astronomer and priest, was born in Ragusa. He compiled a catalog of comets and other celestial objects containing some 40 entries, including at least 19 real and verifiable nebulous objects that might be confused with comets. The asteroid 21O47 Odierna was dedicated to him. Agata Sandrone of our culture department introduces us to the romantic world of the Sicilian women of the past, between signs of understanding and objects of seduction. Here we have women's accessories, fans, gloves, handkerchiefs. They also served as tools of seduction. Before, you could not easily interact with men and therefore signals were used.
I guanti, il donna se li impugnava con la mano sinistra.
If a woman grabbed the gloves with her left hand, it meant she was happy. Instead, if she grabbed them with her right, it meant she was in a bad mood. The fan also had a language. Slowly agitated meant that the woman was married. Quickly agitated meant she was engaged. Placed on her chin was a green light. She was looking for a kiss.
Adoperato lentamente voleva dire che la donna era sposata, più veloce che era fidanzata, mentre poggiato sulle labbra significava che voleva un bacio.
Ancient folk medicine, reuma. Rub in the sore part olio of scorpione, which is an oil in which scorpions and tarantulas have previously been cooked. Another excellent remedy is to pass an olio di crasenduli, which is an oil in which earthworms have been infused. The farmer's advice. In April, the third plowing of the wheat is done. The beans are hoed. The vineyard is cleaned, and pumpkins, melons, beans, peppers, and tomatoes are planted. Cotton is also planted and pomegranate, fig, and peach are grafted. The cows return from the sea to the mountains. Two beautiful drawings from 1853 when Bartlett visited the island. Catania with fishermen on the lava rock, the domes of the cathedral and the gigantic Etna in the background, and Palermo with its superb cathedral.
Fino alla metà del secolo scorso era usanza in alcuni paesi il sabato a mezzogiorno, quando le campane...
Until the last century, when on Easter Saturday the bells rang at noon, to glorify the resurrection of Christ, Sicilian women took a stick and violently and repeatedly hit the mattress, shouting,
Brutta bestia, ne esce fuori, che Gesù risuscita! Brutta bestia, ne esce fuori, che Gesù risuscita!
Ugly beast, come out, that Jesus is resurrected. The ugly beast was the devil, who the night before wanted to follow the procession of the faithful, who had brought the dead Jesus to the feet of the Madonna, to kidnap him and not make him resurrect. Then the Sicilians, to make the devil confused and not show him where they were taking the dead Jesus during the Good Friday procession, they walked backwards or started running through the different streets, shouting and hitting the drums loudly. The devil was confused, and in order not to be discovered, hid inside the mattress of the houses, waiting for the next day. And then the Sicilian women, on Holy Saturday, when the bells announced the resurrection of Christ, beat the mattress with a stick, shouting, Ugly beast, come out, that Jesus is resurrected. Because women, as we know more than the devil.
Perché le donne, dovete saperlo, ne sanno una più del diavolo!
I was born in New York. Some of my fondest memories as a child was when my Sicilian grandfather, Agatino, would walk me to school. I remember looking out the window and seeing him walk down the street, holding a walking stick, with a cigar dangling from his mouth. He was always dressed neatly and wearing his traditional coppola cap. He would take Cleo, our German shepherd, and all of us would walk together to school. He didn't speak a lick of English, but somehow I understood everything he was saying. Our first stop was always at the bay near the bridge. He would toss a stick into the water, and Cleo would dive in and retrieve it over and over again. When we finally arrived at school, he handed me a brown paper bag stained with olive oil and said, Grandma made you something special for lunch. He would kiss me on the cheek and say in Sicilian, Cleo and I will be waiting for you here when school is over. When the bell rang, I ran out as fast as I could to meet Grandpa and Cleo. We walked home hand in hand. I was proud to walk with him. As we walked through the neighborhood, everyone would say, "Ciao, Agatino." They called him the mayor of Whitestone. Our final stop was at Leonard the butcher to pick up a big bone for Cleo. She would carry it in her mouth all the way home. Agatino Alibrandi, my hero, emigrated from Limina, Sicily, in 1921. I am proud to be Sicilian. Many people from all over the world ask us help in order to come to Sicily, to move to Sicily, to buy a house in Sicily. Okay, our advice is to contact www.sicilyrealty.com, a consortium of renowned Sicilians who will help you to find the better solution in order to move to our island.
Next week in Sicily. Weather forecast mostly sunny. Coastal temperatures average high 19, average low 11. The sun rises around 5:45 a.m. and sets around 6:30 p.m. And let's see what this land and the sea, blessed by the sun and wealth, offers us. The fruit vendor has just picked up zucchinis, pears, broccoli, eggplants, peppers, cauliflowers, apples, artichokes, magnificent Sicilian tomatoes, both for salads and for making the sauce, bunches of grapes, oranges and mandarins, broad beans and peas. The fish vendor displays fresh fish from the Mediterranean Sea, swordfish at 25 euros per kilo, mussels, squid, clams, the typical pink shrimp, mullets, amberjacks, and lots of bluefish at around 15 euros per kilo. And it is also time for cuttlefish with black ink that makes one of the most popular pastas in Sicily. And let's come to the feast in Sicily, an island where you never miss an opportunity to leave the houses and celebrate something or someone, and to eat and to observe and enjoy a true insight into Sicilian culture and customs. In this period, unfortunately not much is celebrated. We are waiting for better times that will apparently come soon.
Siamo giunti alla conclusione di questo numero di report.
We have come to the end of the Cannolo report, and we conclude with a proverb: Easter and Christmas with whoever you want, but the last ones with yours. The last are not the last 2 days of the year, but the last 2 days of the carnival, in which the Sicilians made extraordinary food binges. Goodbye, see you soon.
Ciao, alla prossima!
We give you the big opportunity to become a Sicilian. We give you the keys of Sicily. Join us, join Splendid Sicily, join the biggest cultural project focusing on Sicily. Join us, become a Sicilian.